look at the intro, that'll be a cut. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to have you here. I have a special guest on today. My beautiful friend slash business partner, Carlo Cirillo. We are doing a mukbang. As you can see, he cooked up a feast. I just watched. Thank you.
Everything.
Yeah, he rolled the dumplings in front of me. He grew the broccoli and
crafted the chips.
Amazing. So this is an Asian inspired cuisine, and I basically just wanted Carlo on. I've been wanting him to do wedges. He's Italian, so we need a little bit of, Mediterranean influence. Anyway,
mix it up.
I have wanted Carlo on to do a mukbang with me for such a long time, but he's been incredibly busy. And last time we had organized this, we forgot to film because we were just having so much fun, which is basically how you could describe our friendship. We just get caught up having too much fun and never actually filming. So
eating the food before filming.
Absolutely. He's eaten half the food, which is fine. Anyway, so we're just it's going to be very discussional today. You can get a background insight into our lives and spirituality and business and all the things in between. And I have actually been a guest on Carlo's podcast. So this is sort of like my payback?
Return.
Oh, okay. Exchange. And I get to ask you a whole bunch of questions that you have to answer.
Oh, you asked me a question?
Well, no, it's discussional, but to break the icing. Do we have a topic that we want to talk about? I don't know how I ended up with a chopstick.
Definitely not Asian cuisine tonight. So you got to try them first before
Alright, let's try them. So much soy sauce.
I'd love for this to spill on my white shoes.
Oh.
You know what? For a frozen packet, not bad.
Carlo is also vegan, so,
Oh no.
He's kidding, everyone. He's kidding. Don't come for him.
Says the guy that has had 2 vegan businesses. That's alright.
Yeah, well, tell us about your vegan businesses. What vegan businesses? I actually met Carlo at World Vegan Day, and he used to run a company called Plant-Based
Box.
What was that about?
Yeah, so I think back in, that was like 2016, 17. I was like, I always wanted to have a business, and I was like, well, I love all these vegan things. I'm vegan, but I never used the term vegan. It was always plant-based to be a bit more safe and not to
offend anyone.
Yeah, offend anyone, but not to get any crazy questions. No one really asks any questions if you're plant-based. It's kind of easier to explain, or I thought it was anyway. And I was using all these amazing products, and I was like, well, why don't I just bring all these together and have a box that's for sale that has health products, skincare products, beauty products,
essential oils. There was so much in there.
There was water bottles. There was all these things from Australian companies that I was like, well, how can I collaborate with them to put them all in a box? And the model was that everyone gave me those things to put in that box, and then I'd sell it on a quarterly basis.
I was going to ask you that. Did you have to pay for the things in the box, or
some
did they sponsor them?
Some things I had to, because they didn't have the whether they were small and they didn't have the budget for it. But a lot was given for free. So basically everything that was done was almost profit, but then factoring in shipping and all that. But what I found out was that it was a great model, but I just had the wrong, target audience in there. Vegans typically don't want to spend any money. They go to World Vegan Day to get all the free stuff, which is totally fine. I'm one of those people too. And my price point probably wasn't right. And then also, when I had 50 orders come in, I had to pack 50 orders and then send them all out. So for one person, it was, I was still working 2 jobs at that time. So it was it was a lot. It was a lot to take on.
And you weren't in a position to hire people to help because it's just the profit margins.
Yeah. And then from there, it was like, well, is this, after 3 boxes, so every 3 months, so 9 months in, I'm like, it's making a bit of money, but it's, I'm actually getting more exhausted than I'm enjoying this. So I decided to stop.
Cool. And given that we are partners in the Conscious Collective, what is the Conscious Collective?
Have you not explained this? So the Conscious Collective is a online group that we started to bring together conscious and aware minds to then have a community that supports them, but also where they can grow, be vulnerable, and get support. And I think for us it was, or for me, I never really had that support online. Like when I was doing network marketing, we always had like a group, we had leaders, we had people educating you all the time, but you had to pay to be in it. It was like whatever, minimum like $400 a month. And it still didn't bring together all the people that I thought were really conscious. It was like any and everyone. Whereas the Conscious Collective was like, I think the podcast had been going for about 6 months. And then I interviewed G, and we were like, well, how about we, there's an audience reaching out to me saying, hey, we love the podcast. Do you do anything else? And we were like, well, let's start a Facebook group and then bring everyone, the listeners and all our friends that were conscious into one group. And then from there, who knows what can happen. And we've,
built a community.
Yeah, I think it's over 1,100 right now and growing.
If you want to join, I'll post a link in the description box below, the Conscious Collective. It is a very active group, and Carlo also hosts regular free meditations that go in there as well, and we are always open to suggestions. So if you have ideas on what you need support on, it's a really great place to go to find that support. And also like-minded people. We encourage people to make friends. Not everyone wants to contact us personally, but you might meet other people who are thinking the kind of things that you're thinking and opening their minds to different ideas and narratives. So it's a cool place to be. On a scale of 1 to woo-woo, how woo-woo do you think you are?
What's 1?
Asleep.
Oh man, is 10 like you?
Yeah. Although I don't think I'm a 10. I think maybe a 9.5.
Okay, I'd say this is tough because it's like asleep. I would say a 6.
Okay.
Because I delve into it, but obviously from, we didn't even get to the part where the Conscious Collective grew. I feel like that's a really important story.
Alright, go there.
Okay.
It's discussional. We can talk about anything.
What was the moment where we were like, we're going to host a retreat? What was that? Because it started off as just an online group.
I'm going to be honest here, yeah?
Moved into more, yes.
Carlo is an ideas man. I too feel that I'm an ideas woman, but I'm more like, this is what I can actually do, and this is what I'm going to actually commit to doing, and so this is what I'm going to do. And Carlo's just like, I want to do all the things, which is one thing that I really love about him, because there's never a limit to what's possible for us in the business. However, he was like, we need to host a retreat, 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 we need to host a retreat. I was like, you know what? If you can bring all the people there, all right, I will show up, I will do my thing, let's do it, all right? There was no money to be made at this point. We actually lost money. We put in more than what it was, but it was fine. Like, it wasn't about the money. It was us wanting to host this retreat. And he proved me right. Like, he proved himself right. He was just like, I've got the people, we're ready to go. And it was the most amazing off-the-chain retreat in the history of the universe. Like, absolutely next level experience. Would you agree?
I wish I could eat quicker.
I need to. It's all right. It's slow. Eat with us. Eat with us.
Yeah. Eat, enjoy, listen, subscribe. Hit that like button. And
like, share, subscribe.
That's it. The location was amazing. Torquay, right near the beach. Massive house.
Beautiful.
The food we cooked every meal, and it was unreal.
All vegan, all plant-based.
And so delicious. And then also on top of that, we had, I think there was 8 or 10 of us that actually stayed there.
About that.
That were, amazing people. They were people that were very aligned, some people very new to this sort of stuff, but I knew that if we brought all the leaders that, people that have, basically it was people that have been on my podcast that I was like, I really want to bring all us together and see what magic happens. G hosted a session on vision, I hosted a session on gratitude, there were some other people hosting other sessions, and I think even that first initial, like, who are you and what do you do or what do you aspire to do? Like, that is so powerful to meet people and to find that out. And then we built so many great friendships. Other businesses came from that. We had a cacao ceremony with a shaman.
Amazing. So we had extra people come in. So that night, there was about maybe 16?
Yeah, 16, 15.
16 people that came, and it was incredible. And I remember there was one moment where we had to do like an ecstatic dance, and we had our eyes shut and we were dancing, and there were people looking at us because you could see from the back patio into our property that we were staying at, and people were just like, the neighbors were staring at us thinking like, this is some cult happening over there, they're on something, because we're all just ecstatically dancing. But it was so much fun. It was really cool, cool experience.
I loved it, and I think from that it taught us a lot about how we can teach and that we can create leaders. And that's what then, I guess, developed from there. We were like, okay, let's host a retreat in Bali, let's host a retreat in Costa Rica. Both very Carlo-esque, go. And they didn't end up happening for, multiple reasons, and that's okay. I'm quite thankful that we didn't go ahead with one of them, because probably would have lost a lot of money. But there were learning curves for us, and I think from that first one we were like, okay, what worked, what didn't, and then what worked and what didn't in organising the next ones. Then we went into, what was the next thing from there?
Before you jump,
okay.
I want to talk about the retreats.
Okay.
Here's the thing about businesses. Businesses are not linear. It's not like, oh, you slowly build and everything gets better and better. You lose money at the start and then it gets better and better. You have to learn shit. We didn't know, right? We invested a ridiculous amount of money, and we lost money. But if we hadn't have invested that money, we wouldn't have learned the lessons. And it definitely hasn't been linear. We had a partner join us, so we became a trio, and then he wanted out. And, it's been this whole learning experience. And even having a company and having to go through that, propriety limited, that whole world of newness, it's not easy. However, if someone were to ask us, is it worth it? 100%, 1,000,000% worth it. If you are passionate about this, because this is a love job. I can guarantee you, up until this point, we've been in this now as partners for 2 years, and it is a love job. There's no money in our pockets. We're not, like frosted, and we're not, what is it called? We're not the drip, frosting is like, fire.
Jewelry. Is that frosted?
You know how they're calling it the drip? Because I don't know. Anyway, we're not up with the lingo, but whatever. I think I'm looking at the little thing, but I meant to be looking at the lens. I've been looking at the wrong thing this whole time. Sorry about that. But anyway.
How long have you been doing this?
New to YouTube, people. New to YouTube.
And here's me eating wedges with a chopstick. Have I learned how to eat?
Anyway, the point is you have to be passionate about this. This has to be something that it is non-negotiable. And the thing is when it's something that for you is non-negotiable, there is no time limit. I could literally be doing this till the day I die and not have made $1, and it would still have been worth it, because I couldn't imagine a life not doing this. Not just the Conscious Collective, but everything we've built on our own as well. And, our connections and our friendships and all of that. It is a love project, but it's so worth it. But it's not, so many people tell us, oh, I want to host a retreat thinking it's going to be all easy and they're going to make a shit ton of money. That's not how this works at all. At all. It's hard because people have to make a lot of investment. When we were to host the Costa Rica one, essentially people would have to pay $8,000 per ticket, including their flights there and, and the event itself, because we had to pay in US dollars. So it was an expensive one. We were making it was literally breaking even. It wasn't this profit experience. It was just, but still worth it. Mm-hmm. All right, next one-day events.
I think the, also with that is that we knew that we were aligned on this, and we knew that we wanted to, it was going to be long-term. We know the long-term goals for what we want to create. And with that, it was never like, oh, this one event is the be-all, end-all. Yeah. It's like, this is what we want to do, and we shifted. We went, well, this didn't work. What can we do? We started doing one-day events around Australia, the Align events. They worked. They were 3-hour events. They were low cost, and we got people there. That was awesome.
It was amazing.
And it started building the community. We asked, that's another big thing, was that we're doing more market research now. What do you want? Because if you've got an audience and you're not asking them what they want, but you're trying to give them what you think they need or want, then it's two different things. It's what you think as opposed to what they actually want.
Yeah.
And if you're not creating something that they want, then no one's going to buy it.
And not just that, I think we've learned to not take things personally. People are busy. We're not the only platform offering these sort of things. You know what I mean? People have gyms that they go to, yoga studios, they have their therapists, they have their friends, they have their family, they have, you know, extracurricular activities, they cook, they bake, they, you know, have partners, they do all of these other things. Life is full. And we can't expect people to be 100% devoted to what we are offering. And that's not what we wanted to create anyway. We wanted to cultivate a community in which people could come and feel safe to expand, feel safe to share, feel safe to be vulnerable, feel safe to learn with a community of people that would support them. And some people come in, they stay a while, then they go, and then they come in again, and whatever it looks like, it's cool for us. Mm-hmm. We have Carlo's housemates here trying to whisper and be mega quiet, and that's so cute. No, it's so cute. You don't have to be quiet. You can come and say hello.
Come say hi.
Come and say hello. We featured on YouTube.
This is disgusting. Sorry, we're going to be acting.
No, it's so cute, everyone. That is what support looks like, doesn't it? Isn't it?
There was no warning on them. G just rocked.
I literally just rocked up and we're like, we're filming a mukbang. They're going to be like, Carlo, don't invite this girl over.
There's a month warning on when G's allowed over again. But yeah, and I think from that, it's like now we've after all those things that we did, and it was, well, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4 different things that we've tried over a year and a half. Now we've finally got something that we're so set on that's making money. That's, you know, we've spent all this time building the community, which I think is so important to get the right people in, but to have the right values and all that to create a certain community. Now we have a platform which we are promoting and providing so much value in a more deeper way than we thought we could. And a lot of, like you said, a lot of our stuff before was free.
Yeah.
G would do sessions, I would do sessions. You know, like your stuff that you would do was free. I would do the podcast for free. Like all these things were just to put goodness out there, but also to build a community.
Even the events, people paid a ticket, but that was literally to cover the costs of the property, like the rent. We didn't make any money from that, but we wanted, for us, it was long term. Like we were in it for the long haul, and we wanted to build a community, and we really do want to serve. You're not in this field of work if you don't want to help people, period. This isn't for money, right? I could invest in shares and stocks and all these other things to make money. This isn't for money. This is because we want to serve and we want to share our gifts, and we want other people to know that they have sacred gifts that they should be sharing. And that's also why we came up with the idea of creating leaders and building leaders, and it's still something that we're working on, because we want people to come into this experience and know that they can leave as leaders, that we are not on a pedestal, we are not superior, we're just honoring our journey. So we want others to honor their journey, and they can create spaces like this that are sacred and welcoming and nurturing and whatever other amazing words you can think of. True that?
Let's get the dictionary out. Put some words in your mouth.
I'm already getting super full.
What do you mean? We're not even halfway through.
Are you joking?
There's still some wedges.
All right. So we also ended up creating a course called Connected. Really cool course. Really cool course online. We have 4 experts. They're based on the 4 internal pillars. You have your heart set, soul set, health set, and mindset. So each of us basically ran a unit and we delivered it, and the idea is that that course will continue growing. So each new round will invite 4 new coaches to come in, 4 new experts to deliver extra content. So as soon as you sign up, you will have forever access to the course, and you'll be able to keep up to date with all the new content coming in. So that's available online as well. I'm going to post all the links below just if you're curious and you want to have a read through. And just recently we've created a program. It's actually a membership platform called The Collective. So it's like The Conscious Collective, but it's a more intimate setting, because the thing is about any free online platform is that the content that's usually delivered is very random. Okay, you're going to have people posting one thing, asking a certain question, and the content's very random and sporadic. And for some people who really need clear direction, it's not useful because they don't know what to do with that information. They do a meditation here and then they hear someone talk about health and they hear someone talk about sleep and whatever, and they don't know how to piece it together. So we decided to create a membership platform called The Collective, which is basically a dedicated theme per month in which we deliver a coaching session each. So Carlo delivers one, I deliver one. We have a guest expert and we also deliver a bonus week, a bonus unit each month depending on what the theme is. And we launched it last month. Last month's theme was mindset and this month's theme is, what are you looking for?
Tissue, please.
And this month's theme is intuition. And next month I think we have money, mindset and wealth consciousness, and that video is incredible from our guest speaker. We are so excited. But basically we wanted to create a platform where people could again build a solid community where they felt safe learning in a way where they had people guide them, right? So some people can't afford us one-on-one, and that's absolutely fine, obviously, but they still needed that support and accountability. So we created The Collective, which is a low-cost membership platform, and you can also sign up to the VIP option, which allows you a 30-minute one-on-one coaching session per month with each of us individually. So that was really cool. And this isn't like, if you're interested, click on the links, but this isn't about that. Like, this isn't a pitch. This is just sharing the fact that when you have ideas, you can bring them to life as long as your will matches your desire. And I always talk about this with clients. So many people have desires, but they're not willing to do the work to achieve them, to manifest them. We have all of these big dreams, we have visions, we have goals, we have the vision boards and the vision statements and all of these other things, but our will to live up to those desires are unparalleled. We are so willing to do the work, even when that work sometimes has us so-called fail, right? It doesn't matter. The amount of times that we have lost out, but we've learned lessons, it's just made it so worth it. Agreed? What are you drinking? Soda water.
Making me gassy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what stands out in that is that we were passionate about it from day one, and we knew it was going to evolve into something. We didn't know that it was going to take this path or go down those different paths that we went down, but right now it feels so good, and it feels like this is a way that we want to impact people's lives. And G has an incredible...
Don't talk all at once.
Has so much value and wisdom to share, and like she said, it's only sometimes available for people that can afford it. So we were like, well, how can we both mix what we know and collaborate with people that are part of our community that are experts in their field to really impact someone's life in a way that's affordable, that's achievable, and for us it works for us because we have other things that we do as well. So this has kind of been like the perfect way.
Yeah.
I love it because, like you said, a lot of free groups or low-cost groups, very low cost, don't have structure. They give you the bare minimum, whereas we're going all out. We give a lot of content and a lot of value that you would get if you were coaching with us one-on-one.
And you get access to us, which is like uncomparable. I know so many people who are in this space who have created membership platforms, and although they release content, you can't talk to them personally, you can't access them. Now, we're not saying we're going to be accessible forever, right? Because, it's already hard to manage the amount of DMs we receive and all these things, but we are there present. We dedicate time, we allocate time to be in there and be active and be involved. And people can ask us questions directly and we will answer them. And I know that that's what so many people need right now. So, this is us building our dreams, and we want you to build your dreams. And one way you can do it is with a group of people, and it doesn't have to be us. Obviously, alignment precedes everything. So it's whoever you align with. But if it is something you want to do, accountability, a team, a community will propel you so much further along, because they just give you that push and that nudge that you need that you may not receive on your own, right? It takes a lot of encouragement. It's like when you have a gym buddy, you don't want to let them down, right? So you wake up early in the morning and you go and work out. Like right now during quarantine, I'm exercising with my mum every day. And even when I don't feel like it, I'm like, I don't want to let her down, So I get up anyway and I do my thing every single day. So it just gives you that extra push forward. And I know having Carlo with me side by side, it helps us, because on our own, things would have taken longer, but because we have each other, it just makes us do the work. And like after this video, we have a whole list of things that we're going to talk about with the business, because we have our pleasure and we have our fun and we eat and we do all of this, but it takes work and it takes what's the time?
Just tap it.
6:30 on a Thursday night, and we're going to talk business because that's what you do. And this is the first time I've seen him, because finally Victoria has allowed you to see your friends. And yeah, anyway, this was fun. Anything else you want to share with the people? Where can they find you, Carlo Cirillo? Instagram is where everything is. Did you put that double in there?
So no, I didn't. You must have.
Oh, weird.
Carlo_Cirillo for everything, but mainly Instagram, and then from there all my links, podcast, to get into the Conscious Collective hub is also there. All the links are in my bio, and website and all those other things. So if you want some daily wisdom, go check it out. Amazing. Thank you so much. Don't forget, if you want more of this upbeat energy, I have a free Positivity Rampage. Links are in the description box below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I love you. Thank you for being here. If you have stuck out this entire video, I am so grateful for your energy and for your love and for you just being here and supporting the way that you do. And yeah, just reach out whenever you need to, and we're there. If you join the community, we are very active in there as well, so you'll be able to talk to us firsthand. So we love you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Carlo, for being here and eating with me and cooking up this feast. Every time I come here, he cooks, so I bring dessert. Fantastic. But last time you organised dessert, but that's okay. Anyway, we love you. Peace.